Hi, and welcome to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I'm your host, Eric Knowles. But before we get started, a word from one of our supporters.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles, and you already know the deal. You know, I get guests on, I'm excited, and then I get guests on that I'm excited. And today I am excited because our guest today, Miss Valerie Burts, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Good.
You know, I'm excited because, this is one of those members that's engaged with the chamber. A lot of people say, well, I didn't get anything out of it because I didn't get anything out of it. And as I always say, well, you join a gym, you don't go, you're not going to get anything out of it. And this is one of those members that's engaged. You're there, you're entrenched, you basically absorb and suck up everything that you can grab.
As
and
we should.
Absolutely. You're in business to grow, and that's what Chamber is here to help you grow as a business owner, and you take full advantage of that each and every day. How are you?
We do so appreciate the chamber. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, as I said, before we started, I like people to get to know who you are, where you're from. I learned that, you're not a Floridian. Where's Valerie Burts from?
Valerie Burts is from the Bronx, New York, born and raised.
Born and raised in the Big Apple.
Yes.
And what made you, and how long you been down here in South Florida?
I've been down here since July 1st, 1990.
July 1st?
Yes, I know the day.
So you came down for the 4th of July?
No, I didn't.
No.
We planned on moving here, so we did.
Yeah. And were you in business before you?
No, I was not. I was working. At that time, I left New York. I was at Lenox Hill Hospital in sports medicine.
Okay.
Administration. So I came down here, and it took me a while to find a full-time job. So I did what I do, what I was raised, what I was born to do, which is dance.
Okay.
So I taught dance class for a while, and then I found a full-time job. But I'm still teaching, loving the children.
Okay.
Always loved dance.
No, dance is a beautiful expression. It is a conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, dance. As I said, this is just a conversation. When I was in college, I was taking modern dance, and I just couldn't find I'm gonna say it, feminine side to let loose, because you have to. It's an expressive thing, and that's what I equated to. And then what happened was my instructor, she actually got ill, and we got a new instructor, and it just wasn't the same connection. And so, but I love to dance. I should have been a dancer.
And I'm a ballerina, so.
Okay. So here we are, Valerie Burts. You started a business, and again, what made you start your business?
Well, during the pandemic, of course, I was working from home and trying to find a job, trying to find something to do to earn a living, seeking the Lord. And one morning I woke up and he said, do it yourself.
Okay.
So since then, I started my business. I found that there was a niche for small businesses that didn't have backup, didn't have administrative backup for themselves, that didn't really know they needed it, but they needed help.
Right.
So maybe not someone for full time, someone that they didn't have to pay benefits to, just get the work done, and that's all they needed. So here I am. I work virtually. I am in Miami, so if I need to get to your office, I can.
Right.
But I do work virtually. Everything is from my office.
Okay. And the fact that you work virtually means basically you can work anywhere in the world.
Absolutely.
Do you take advantage of that?
Sometimes I do, yes. When I go home for the weekend, I take my laptop, my phone, and calculator and move on.
When you say when you go home for the
When I
weekend.
go home to New York.
Okay. So you go back and forth quite a bit. Okay. Um, so I know you said you were in sports medicine and administration. So was that like the impetus or the catalyst that gave you that thought or
Well, no, I started in sports medicine in New York, but I've
okay.
been an executive assistant in different industries,
Okay.
for-profit, nonprofit, hospitals, construction.
Right.
So basically, I have a good business grasp of things.
Right.
So
So it
I can
wasn't
work
in
pretty
just
much in
one
any
area.
industry. Yeah,
Right.
you carry that through. Business is business.
Right. Okay. So tell the folks, what is that business?
That business is executive administrative management. Essentially, I am a virtual executive assistant. So anything for your back office, calendaring, emails. I write policies and procedures and
Okay.
SOPs. I want to make sure that you're organized and that you're managing efficiently and effectively. So as we go through those SOPs, writing them, you can see every step of what you do,
Okay.
making sure that you're not missing anything, or you may have to downsize. You may not need as many steps as you think you need
Right.
to reach that goal.
Okay.
And making sure you have everything in place. When an employee comes in, yes, you're going to train them, but you're not always going to be there. So if they have questions, they can always go back to the SOP. And that way you're not wasting time back and forth.
Okay. Um, Having multiple clients, how does that help you expand your business? That's kind of a catchy question.
Yeah, I've got different industries. So right now I'm good. I just was able to hire a contractor. So I do have someone else working with me now.
Okay.
So we split the duties. This job, she'll do what I would do back office, but I'm in direct contact with my clients right now, hopefully to expand and make them a greater part of VLB Pearl.
But that's great. That's showing that the work that you have been putting in is paying off. The fact that you are now actually hired someone to support the work that you're doing.
Yes, we are growing.
Yeah. And how long have you been in business?
4 years this month.
Okay. And what would you say the biggest challenges are?
For me, just letting people know I'm here and
Okay.
I'm available, and finding that niche client, someone that I know that I can work with, that we have a good rapport, and that I can say, look, we don't need to do this. Let's change it. And they can speak to me calmly and cleanly as well.
Right. So, like you say, your biggest challenge is letting people know. So how are you going about that?
So that is why I am engaged with the chamber. I get to as many meetings as possible, seeing people, speaking to people, just letting them know who I am and what I do. I may not be for them, but I may be for somebody that they know.
Right. Because one thing, I to your point, we have our first Thursday breakfast, we have our last Thursday mixer, depending on the month, and we tell people to get engaged, to come out to these things, because it's not necessarily that you might be on social media, but engaging. We've kind of gotten away from that touch point.
And I find that social media doesn't really benefit me.
Right.
My clients are the people that I meet face to face.
Okay.
And I'm able to have a conversation with.
Okay. And beyond the chamber, well, we're going to take a little break. We're going to come back and we're going to get into that whole part of you marketing your business, because like you said, it's about growing your businesses, meeting other businesses. It's not just your clients are businesses.
Yes.
So we'll be right back on the other side.
Learn and earn today at Miami-Dade College. College graduates earn 56% more than high school graduates and $1 million more in lifetime earnings. A degree from MDC is your path to greater earning power and career success. Choose from hundreds of affordable high-tech and in-demand career programs, including cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, business, and nursing. Learn and earn today at MDC and fast track your career. Enroll now at mdc.edu/purpose.
Welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles, and I'm here with Miss Valerie Burts, and we're here talking about her business, and her business is about the business of business, if that makes sense. Your clients aren't just Mary and Jane and Sue and Bill and Mike out there in the market, in the world. It's other businesses.
Absolutely.
Because your client, you service businesses. How, and we talked about what your challenges are. What makes it work for you?
Just being able to get out to those meetings, being able to meet different people in different industries, different business owners, someone like yourself as well, South Dade connections, going down south, and now I'm trying to branch into Broward as well, just to be known. There may be somebody there that needs me.
Right. And you speak about the chamber. How has the chamber played a role in that process in these last 4 years?
Great role with all the training that we get, with all the opportunities for grants and different possibilities that are out there. Anything that I see that's pertaining to me, I want to take part in. Any workshops, any seminars.
Okay. And again, you say you take part in those seminars, you take part in the workshops, but how do they help you?
Oh, that's a load of information there.
Right.
And there are other business owners there. So that's where you meet people. You're talking about the class and what business are you in? Oh, well, how does that work for you? And what are your pain points? What do you need? What do you see your business like in 2 to 5 years? And then that way I can say, yes, maybe, no, maybe not, but here I am. This is what I do. This is how I can serve you. Let's have a deeper conversation later on.
Right. So really, for a business like yours, it's important to be engaged with a chamber of commerce, other organizations, et cetera.
Yeah.
And a lot of people's, and again, I go back to this thing of the gym. If you're not engaged, you're not going to get anything out of it. And so what would you tell someone from a chamber perspective why it's important?
You come in and you sit and you watch a little bit. You get to know who's around and how we work. Then you're able to see how you're able to fit in, where you can fit in, what seminars will benefit you, what workshops will benefit you, what meetings will benefit you. When we're on Tuesday afternoon, you can see everybody's business, their name, and what they do. And that way you can kind of maneuver as to who you need to meet. This is a way to meet them. At another meeting, that's another way to meet them. So just get involved, out there, get your name out there, speak to different people, no matter what industry.
Right. And the other thing I know that you do is that you volunteer a lot with the chamber in supporting our programs and our initiatives. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, that's part of my
Who
my
you are.
being, yes.
Yeah.
To volunteer. That's part of my family upbringing. My grandmother had foster children.
Okay.
Children were always around us. I love children, but volunteering, church, always there.
Right.
So, and my business, I like to give what I do to other people. And being around the chamber, I volunteer for the golf tournament.
Which is coming up.
Yes, I will be there in my golf attire.
Yeah. So again, we talked about challenges. Where do you see yourself going in the next 5 years? I know you said you just hired someone to support you and do some of those things that you can get out and get more clients. Where do you see yourself going?
I want to be able to hire more contractors, take myself out of doing the business into running the business.
Okay.
So that I will have people in place to actually take care of those clients one-on-one. I may make the introductions, but they will be able to work together and figure out how that works.
And what does that mean? It's interesting to say you want to get out of doing the business, but running the business.
That means that I'm not doing the day-to-day tasks and checking their calendars and doing their emails and writing those SOPs. I will have trained people to do that as well,
Mhm.
so that they will be able to do it. And then I can go out and get clients and more contractors.
You some of the things that we talk about marketing. How do you market your business?
I am on LinkedIn, Facebook, and IG, mostly LinkedIn. I do some posting. I am not a social media person. I do not care to do that.
Right.
But we have to do some. So just putting things out there. I've been putting out posts as to how to get caught up for the end of the year and make sure your files and everything are in place so that when January gets here for tax time, you don't have to worry about pulling things to get. You already
Well, you
have
say
it
when
in
you
place.
stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that shouldn't even be the last quarter of the year. Things should be in place all year where all you have to do is sit here.
Right. And speaking about staying ready, we hear every day now AI. Have you incorporated AI into your business, or where are you with it?
Yes, I will write emails, I will write SOPs, and then I will go to AI and say, rewrite this for
Okay.
clarity, for directness, or in a friendly tone, or however I want it to sound, because I am a very direct person. So sometimes I have to tone it down a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, and just make sure everything's in place so that it's being understood.
So, and do you incorporate that into assisting your clients at all?
Absolutely. Whenever I'm writing SOPs, whenever I'm writing emails for them or letters, yes, I will start writing,
Mm-hmm.
get all my ideas together, and then use the AI.
But when I say that, you're doing that as you're working with managing their business,
Mhm.
but are you helping manage them to begin to use AI? Hmm.
First things first. Let's get them organized and in place, and then I can suggest, yeah.
Now, when you say getting them organized, when you meet with a client, what would be like
I
that
want to know,
challenge?
yeah, where your files are. How are you keeping files? When you need a piece of paper, are you able to find it in 2 minutes? Are your files paper? Are they electronic? We want to get rid of the paper. We want to make everything electronic. And we need to create a system that's usable for you.
Okay.
In my mind, things work one way. Your mind, it may work a different way. So you're the one that needs to use it. We're going to build it for you.
Okay. So it's not just Valerie's cut and dry.
No.
It's got to be this way. That's good to know.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I need you to be able to use it, because when I'm not there,
Makes a lot of sense.
what happens?
That makes a lot. I like that. That makes a lot of sense, because, like you said, you could have a system, but not necessarily
A working
system for that particular business.
Mhm.
That's cool. So, how does someone get in touch with you?
I can be seen at vlbpearl.com. My phone number is 786-457-1575. And my email is cultured@vlbpearl.com.
Okay. And are you available on the weekends, or is it Monday through Friday?
We're Monday through Friday. Usually for special occasions, I will be available on the weekends, but by appointment only.
If there's one thing you want to leave with people, what would that be?
Make sure you're organized. It makes things so much easier when you're going to do a report, when you're going to do a proposal. If you're organized, you can pull the information that you need and set it up for whatever it is that you're going through.
Okay. Well, you heard from Ms. Burts. If you want to know more about the Chamber, you can call us at 305-751-8648 or go to our website, m-dcc.org. This has been the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I want to thank Valerie. This has been great.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And look forward to seeing you on our Tuesday meetup. Look forward to seeing you at the golf tournament, the gala.
Oh, yes.
We appreciate all that you do to support the chamber.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's been great.
Today, I stand before you, a proud graduate of Miami-Dade College and the 5th president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. I'm honored to return to the college that prepared me to become a leader in our community, providing an education second to none. So I'm asking you to please tune in every Monday at 12 noon to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce's Member Connection, as I interview members of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce on our Facebook page at Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce or our YouTube channel, Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about the Chamber, please go to m-dcc.org or call the Chamber at 305-751-864.